forth?
No, I'll have you identify who you are and your backstory. We are
Okay.
live. Good afternoon. This is Tom Ginn. Elevate your profit and own your own health. Today, Own Your Own Health. I'm excited to bring in a guest that will share with you some alternative modalities that people need to know about. I created this program because my wife and I are both in the wellness space, and unfortunately, that our healthcare system is not a healthcare system; it's a crisis system. My whole mission here is that Own Your Own Health is to inform people to know available modalities that can prevent or give you a different avenue of taking control of your own health. So today, I'm going to just do a quick little rollout here, and then we'll bring back in and introduce my guest speaker today, Les Simpson. Again, Own Your Own Health. Today, the reason I started this program is a lot of great technologies and modalities are getting buried for a lot of different reasons. What really spurred me when I read this book right here, The Politics of Healing by Daniel Haley. This book alone has documented cases how technologies in and around cancer have been squashed or buried from the public and being aware of those. So this is just one area of our health that people have a strong concern about is the rogue cells or cancer. So this spurred me. And if you look at other modalities and other things in our holistic health arena, there's a lot of pressure put on them to keep that information from getting to the public. Chiropractors is one of those areas where they got a lot of heat and a lot of pressure because of the medical establishment recognized as a threat. So I'm here today to help bring different levels of awareness about owning your own health. Take the time to investigate whatever we share here with you. Today, I'd like to introduce Les Simpson. I met Les through a networking group. We connected, and he shared some of the things that he's associated with in the area of health. And so with that all said, I'm going to turn this over to Les. Les, go ahead and introduce yourself, where you're at.
Sure.
Your journey and why you're doing what you're doing, what you want to share today. So I'll turn it over to you.
Sure. Les Simpson. I have a company called Wellness Tech Plus. I live in Littleton, Colorado. I live with my wife. We've been married for 22 years, and she's a psychotherapist and clinical nutritionist. And I have been a trainer and a consultant for many companies. My wife, one of them was GE Capital Long-Term Care. I was a national trainer for 7 years, and I love to train on the new and different. And my wife had been asking me for 10 years if we could do something together. And about 6 years ago, I was introduced to some alternative health technology, and it really helped my symptoms. And so I decided, well, maybe this is the time for us to work together. So I started investigating different health programs, and I met a doctor by the name of Dr. Mark DeBrinket, and he started to introduce me to things. He's known worldwide, and he introduced me to a technology I'm going to tell you about today. And this book here, you might really want to get it. It's called Your Capillary Quotient. You can get it on Amazon for $12.95. And one of the things you'll never find your doctor at this point, in fact, I won't say never, but how many times has your doctor talked to you about your capillary system? Last time you probably heard those words were when you were in biology in school. And you ask, why doesn't the doctor talk about it? Well, because he can't do anything about it. To give you an idea, what we're going to be talking about today is the 4, 5, and 6 micron capillaries. And to give you an idea of what that means, your hair, 200 4 micron capillaries can fit inside your hair. So I think you'll agree there's no way the doctor can grab a hold of it and cut it, put anything in it or whatever, but it actually is a tremendous amount of your body. And do we want to go to the website now, Tom?
Sure.
And you can get to this website by the number 7 ways2profit.com, and you'll open this up here. And it was there for a second.
There, that they can find it there. That's how to get a hold of you,
Yeah.
any information they want. And the website would be going through here, that people can go back to that. Is that good?
That's correct.
Okay.
7 ways to profit. That's a nice redirect, so you don't have to try to spell out Wellness Tech Plus.
Okay. So where you want me to go to the website?
Yes, go to the website. But what people don't realize once we get this website,
Okay, just guide me through what you'd like me to share here.
sure, that life is in the blood now more than ever. But one of the things your practitioner is going to love is the fact they're actually going to be able to work with capillaries now. And I'll explain that in a minute, but go ahead and scroll down. When the capillaries are not, hold there, back a little bit. When the capillaries are not working right, these are the symptoms that you will have. And the whole thing that makes the capillary work right is the endothelial glycocalyx. Big word, but you're going to be learning a lot about it. You're going to be hearing a lot about it, because these are the what causes when this breaks down and your capillaries break down, all these things happen to you. And go ahead and scroll down a little bit more. And these, when you go to the website, you can read them. These are the 15 early warning signs that point to a hidden problem, and that's the capillary system is breaking down. Now, people always ask me, why does the capillary system break down? Well, there's many things that cause it. We're talking stress, your diet, your lack of sleep, smoking, many different things destroy the glycocalyx. Now, to explain the glycocalyx, it is a gel-like coating on the inside of all of your vascular, especially the capillaries, and it protects. In fact, go ahead and scroll down. The right here, the and we have a supplement, by the way. In fact, why don't we at this point? So, and then I'll just follow up on it. Play the first video there, Tom.
Where is that located?
Oh, it will play on here. I thought you told me
it will play. Yes, but where do I click it?
Further down. Further down. Keep going. Keep going. And we'll come back to all that. This one here.
What's your health score? The score that identifies if you're at greater risk of the most troubling diseases and conditions. the score that signals that these diseases and conditions may be silently developing inside your body. The score that will help you understand how your body is alerting you with several early warning signs. For the first time, you're able to get an overall health score with a new, simple, and non-invasive test called GlycoCheck. It's a new patented technology, and the test can be easily performed in a healthcare practitioner's office. GlycoCheck gives you and your healthcare provider the one single number, a microvascular health score, that alerts you when trouble could be lurking deep inside your capillaries. The good news is that even if you have a poor score, you can easily improve your health. While you may look healthy on the outside, inside your microvascular system, a completely different situation could be unfolding. With the new discovery of a transparent lining in your capillaries called the glycocalyx, your health could be declining because that lining may be breaking down and becoming leaky, which can contribute to the advancement of many diseases that develop over time. Aging, poor diet, lack of exercise, genetics, stress, inflammation, and smoking can cause the glycocalyx to break down. In the past, there hasn't been a way to peer deep inside the microvascular system to observe the breakdown of the glycocalyx. But now, for the first time with GlycoCheck, it's possible to see live movement of red blood cells as they travel through microvessels. GlycoCheck was created out of the need to measure the microvascular system by world-renowned researcher Dr. Hans Vink. Dr. Vink began his intense study of the glycocalyx in 1989. Over the years, he has received many research grants and prestigious awards, all focused on the discovery and breakthrough understanding about the importance and clinical implications of the glycocalyx. He has authored or contributed to hundreds of scholarly papers and reviews. GlycoCheck works by simply placing a video microscope under the tongue for a few minutes to video record, analyze, and objectively report a single overall microvascular health score. GlycoCheck counts the number of blood vessels and capillaries and measures red blood cell concentration. It also measures flow rate and if and how deeply the blood cells penetrate into the protective glycocalyx gel lining, a sign of deterioration. GlycoCheck combines all these important measurements together to generate a single systemic microvascular health score. Lower scores indicate greater risk to the health of your organs. As the test is becoming more available, it can be administered in a healthcare practitioner's office. Each test includes a baseline score and video of the microvascular blood flow and tracks how, over time, the microvascular score declines with health deterioration or improves with therapy. Today, there are more than 85 ongoing clinical studies in more than 125 locations worldwide, such as Duke University, University of Pittsburgh Medical Center, VA Hospital of Salt Lake City, Children's Hospital in Philadelphia, the University of Oxford, Mayo Clinic, Leiden University Medical Center, Steno Diabetes Center, University of Exeter, and dozens more. These respected research centers are all using GlycoCheck to confirm that a damaged glycocalyx contributes to several diseases and conditions, as well as the resulting complications from diabetes, stroke, septic shock, obesity, cardiovascular disease, hypertension, COVID-19, and other diseases. With GlycoCheck, now you can be tested and get the score that reveals the overall health of your microvascular system. With the results of your test, you will be in a better position to apply therapies and nutrition that can improve your microvascular health score.
Okay, first thing I want to mention here is this isn't new. Those hospitals, over 180 hospitals, have been doing tests with this camera for 10 years. And the reason it's been in the hospitals is the tremendous complication to do the results. Because of software development, this is going to now be available to any health or wellness practitioner that wants to help their clients in this area. You saw all the symptoms that what happens when the glycocalyx breaks down. And so now you can actually, if you're a practitioner on here, I'd love to talk to you about it in your office because it only takes 5 minutes under the tongue. And you will be able to show your clients their microscopic health. And then 4 months later, you can show them how it's changed. And if you're a medical device salesperson, I want to talk to you because you have contacts with the doctors. Right now, we're in soft launch. A company called Bioregenics has purchased 6 different companies. One of them, the ones that owns the camera, another one that owns the supplement. And we're going to be going full launch in April. We're going to have a lot of news releases. And so the medical device salespeople can buy the camera, go in, show the doctor how to have it. And by the way, the reason I'm kind of jumping all over here is we had a very nice PowerPoint organized presentation. Didn't load. So I'm just trying to wing it here. And so please contact me for more information. We'll do that. But going on is I'll tell you how this supplement was developed. The Bob Long, who lives in Salt Lake City, was ill and he had some heart pain. He went into the doctor and he says, well, I think I know what it is. You're going to have an angioplasty. And he went through the tests and the doctor came back and says, well, I have good news and bad news. And he says, well, what is the bad news? The good news. He says, well, you don't need anything. There's nothing wrong with your heart. And he says, oh, okay, what's the bad news? And he said, we're going to recommend you get on 5 medications. And he said, well, how long? He said, the rest of your life. And he said, forget it. And Bob had just sold a large company and had all the money and time that he needed. And he went around to all, if you know what the blue zones in the world are, those are places that people live over 90 and 100 and they're very healthy. He went to them to find out how they lived and what happened. And then he developed a supplement, which we're going to play a video on here in a minute. But then he decided, well, is this supplement doing me any good? And he went and he read about Dr. Vink and his camera in the Netherlands. And he went and visited him. And Dr. Vink said, well, I'll do the test on you, but, it's going to be terrible because, you're on the standard American diet. He's do it. And he did it. He did it again. And he called his assistant in and they were going to do it the 3rd time. And Bob said, is it that bad? And he says, I can't believe this. Yours is better than ours. What are you doing? And then he told him about the supplement he had developed. And then Dr. Vink and Bob Long created Microvascular Health. And now they had the camera and the supplement. Because for all these years, the hospitals knew with this camera, there's over 100 IRB published studies on what it does. And now there's 17 different studies on what the supplement will do. And in fact, go ahead and scroll down on there. And then we'll watch the one on the supplement, and then I'll go into a little more detail.
Tell me where.
Go further down than the one you were at before.
Yeah, as I'm doing this, and you tell me when to stop.
Sure.
It makes so much sense. We think about our cardiovascular, our blood system. It takes all the oxygen and all our nutrition throughout our body, and we don't think about the capillary.
Go ahead and stop there for a second.
Okay.
This shows the doctors at this point can work with 1% of your vascular system. In fact, when you ask a person what their vascular system consists of, most people say their heart, their arteries, and their veins, because that's all the doctor can work with. As you can see, that's 1%. The capillary system is 99%. And over here on the circle thing, it shows what is the succession of what happens when the capillaries break down. Go ahead down further. And of course, these are the symptoms of what happens after it breaks down. Go ahead down. There we go. We're keep down, going down. That's the one we just watched. Keep going. There. Let's watch this one.
So now the way what I'm hearing from you, and hopefully the audience is picking up on this, being able to analyze this, the health of our full cardiovascular system all the way down to capillary. This technology is the first time doctors can really make an assessment what's happening at the capillary level. Is that correct?
That's correct.
And up until this time, there was no therapy or nutritional value product in the marketplace to make that system more healthy. Is that correct?
Correct.
And so the story you just shared found out what the people in the blue zone are eating that create, because ultimately what we intake determines our health. So he found out all the components of the diet they were eating that was different than anything else. And he created a supplement, correct?
That's correct. And the supplement, which is really interesting, well, I'll go into more detail once you watch this video.
Okay. Want me to go ahead and turn it on?
Yep. Yeah, the red dot. Otherwise, it's going to flip to YouTube. The arrow in the middle. You there? Did we lose you? Hello?
Can you hear it?
No, it hasn't started yet. On my end. Did it start on your end?
Yes, it did.
Oh,
How's
not
that?
on my end. Is it going?
Proprietary patented nutraceutical named Endocalyx is specifically formulated to deliver the building blocks essential to maintain a healthy glycocalyx and microvascular system. The ingredients are sourced from regions around the world where people are known to live longer and healthy, active lives. Endocalyx is made from concentrated extracts of 7 natural ingredients. These ingredients contain the same compounds that make up and protect the structure of the glycocalyx. It's a specific blend right down to the molecular structure that makes all the difference in the result of taking Endocalyx daily. This patented combination of ingredients in specific dosage amounts stimulates 3 actions that restore, regenerate, and protect the glycocalyx and microvascular system. The first result of this specific blend comes from polysaccharides that restore the protective structure of the glycocalyx. The second result comes from the amino sugars that regenerate the body's ability to produce more of the glycocalyx protective gel. And the third result comes from the antioxidants that work to protect the glycocalyx from breaking down. Scientific research backs up that these synergistic ingredients, when combined together, deliver these vital results in your microvascular system. Universities and hospitals around the world are conducting research projects right now, and the list of research papers written by medical professionals continues to grow. Importantly, a growing list of researchers now understand the paradigm-shifting advantages of combining these ingredients. As Endocalyx strengthens the glycocalyx, it helps optimize the structure of the capillaries. From head to toe, optimal capillary function delivers many benefits. The better each brain cell is supplied with oxygen and nutrients, the better your mood, the clearer your mind, the more productive your thinking. Healthy skin, hair, and eyes depend on a steady supply of oxygen and nutrients in order to renew, grow, and stay healthy. Skin color and tone are enhanced. Your hair and nails are stronger and healthier, and your eyes are clearer and brighter. As endocalyx strengthens the glycocalyx, the blood in your entire vascular system is better able to reach and energize each cell of your body. Then all the cells of your body, including your brain, heart, and muscles, are amply supplied with oxygen and nutrients. This means that more blood cells carrying more nutrients and vital oxygen to all of your muscle, skin, and nerve cells restore warmth, feeling, and comfort. Don't wait another minute. Wake up and listen to your body's early warning signs that your glycocalyx and microvascular system is breaking down. Take control of tomorrow now by starting daily use of endocalyx today. It's not too late to restore, regenerate, and protect your glycocalyx and microvascular system. Order now and save $20 with monthly auto shipping at microvascular.com. If you have a doctor or other healthcare practitioner code, enter the coupon code for discounts on auto ship. You can cancel at any time.
I'm going to stop to share.
Sure. And the one thing to explain what the glycocalyx does, it's a protective gel inside of all of our vessels. And the three things it does is, number one, different people here have heard of nitric oxide. Nitric oxide is a gas that is released, and because capillaries have no muscles in them, they push the side of the vessels, and then as the gas dissipates, it comes back. Well, it's a pumping action that brings it to the cell. First off, when there's no glycocalyx, there's no pumping action. And that's what you're seeing on that left side when you saw that tissue that had almost no vessels in it. The glycocalyx was broke down. And on the right-hand side, after 4 months, it was all built up again. That's number one it does, is it pushes the blood through. Number two is the cell wall is only one cell. And to give you an idea, a 4-micron capillary, your red blood cells are 7 microns. So you can imagine what the red blood cell has to do to get through the capillary. It has to squeeze itself down and go through there. And it was designed that way because then it touches the wall when the glycocalyx is doing well. It pushes oxygen and nutrients through it, the glycocalyx, and it pulls out waste. Well, if there's no glycocalyx, it scratches the wall. And then that's where your plaque shows up. And so plaque is like a scab. And of course, everybody knows plaque causes all kinds of inflammation. So the glycocalyx, when we rebuild it, grows underneath that scab and actually releases it. So we have many people that, and we have to be very careful here because the FDA does not allow us to say anything that except for we allow the cell to heal itself. And we have many clinical trials showing different things. But again, we have to be very careful here. And so the three things it does is, number one, it allows the blood to keep flowing through. Two, it keeps a plaque from forming on the cell wall because it isn't scratched. And third, if there's no glycocalyx there, the fluid actually pushes through the capillary into the tissue and causes edema. And if you're in the medical field, you know how many problems that causes. And so when all the different things we do, the stress, the diet, and everything else damages the glycocalyx. So the body cannot keep up with it. And so our supplement gives the body the ability to regrow and to protect the glycocalyx. It's that simple. And unbelievable benefits when the cells can start healing themselves. And but that's why we're looking for three things. I'm looking for medical device salespeople. I'm looking for practitioners. And by the way, the camera took $22 million to develop. They were going to charge $225,000 to the practitioners for this camera. They decided instead $20,000, but every time you use it, it's $75, and you charge $300 for the scan. So you make $220. Multiply that by 5 minutes a day, and you can see how a practice can make some good money while they're protecting their clients. And the supplement you buy for 50% off. The Endocalyx is $99. You buy it 50% and sell it to your clients. As of April, we'll also have an online deal where you can send your clients and still make 25%. The medical device salespeople, they'll sell the camera, they make $2,000. And then now we're not just looking for device salespeople. We want support people. We pay very well for people that are going to support these practitioners. Every time the practitioner does a scan, the person that's the medical device support person will make $7. And every time they have a bottle of Endocalyx, they'll make $6. Well, multiply that by 40 clients a week. Again, pay very well. And that's all the FDA and the FTC will allow me to say on that, but you can do your own math. So we're looking for practitioners. We're looking for retired doctors and medical device salespeople that know the practitioners. And we're looking for people that have connections to groups. Because right now, for instance, Dr. DeBrincat's in Chicago with a group of doctors. And then next week, he's in Atlanta training 2 days for a group of doctors. So if you want to be on the cutting edge of this, and once you have enough connections and help enough doctors, you actually get to share in the worldwide profit of this company. Right now, Bioregenix is valued at $200 million. With all this, we have 1,000 cameras going out in April. We have 5,000 ordered. And so you can take part in worldwide profits of the company. And so that's what I'm looking for. And the three things is people that have connections, people that want to support doctors, and the doctors themselves. And this is a new era in healthcare. Please read the book and contact me, because one of the things it talks about in chapter 7 is the 4, 5, and 6 micron is actually the general contractor of the whole body. When the glycocalyx breaks down, the signaling molecules no longer go to the organs and tell them what to do right. So it's a complete breakdown of the 4, 5, and 6. The whole body doesn't know what to do. And so it breaks down. And so can we take questions, or is this just for me, Tom?
Just dialogue here. So
okay. What questions do you have?
Well, not so much, more of a couple of comments here. Number one, it's important to understand how critical our vascular health is for all areas of our health. Without good oxygen and nutritional supply to the cells all the way down to our organs, that's going to dictate our health level, and not, just bring people aware of cellular health and vascular health is so critical. You made a comment there that the signaling process, the nutritional process, if it can't get through the vascular system to the organ, it's a fruitless endeavor. So I appreciate you bringing a light today about having people think about their cellular health or their vascular health in a different way. And when I talked to you the first time, I saw it ran parallel to my mission is with the redox signaling molecules. That's what happens at the cellular level, creating the signaling pathways for the cells to better utilize what they're capable of doing, is restoring, replacing, and repairing our cells. And if we don't, and I can see this, if we don't have good circulation, that's not going to happen no matter what supplements we take, no matter what we take. So I see it as an adjunct therapy to what I'm doing. And the other side, which you shared here, is really important. I believe there's, in our conversation as well, because I'm an entrepreneur, and my wife and I, we have a wellness center. We want to help as many people as we can. So we're looking to introduce what you shared here today to our network of health practitioners so they can bring more value, better results. It's an adjunct to what they're doing. It's not going to replace it, but it's going to improve it. So there's an opportunity. And I believe what you're on is what we call the innovative phase of opportunity. So here to support those that are out there as well. We need good quality people that recognize the value of this technology and this supplement and willing to take and educate and share that out there. That's how we make a difference in our overall healthcare system. We got to take care of our health. The system itself isn't going to do it. We got to be aware of all the things necessary for quality of health. And I call them 7 spokes. It's no specific order here, but number 1, hydration. Most people, health issues fall short because they're not properly hydrated with water. Number 2, good quality sleep. That's where our body has a chance to restore itself. Number 3, our nutrition. The food in our food supply today is not serving our health. It's actually damaging us because of all the processed foods and chemicals and et cetera. So it's important to understand what good nutrition is and what sources that will help you live the fullest. Exercise, how important that plays in there. And then finding the appropriate practitioner that will help support you in your journey to a better quality of life, health-wise. So I appreciate you being here today, Les. I look forward to further conversations with you on this technology. I see it as a tremendous breakthrough, just like I see the breakthrough with the SIA is approaching health at the cellular level. You're doing it at the vascular level. We can't improve our cells if we don't have good vascular system. And I can see that, because ultimately it's the vascular system that is bringing the nutrients and oxygen to our cells and everything it needs. So if we can't get the delivery system repaired, everything is downhill from there. Would you agree?
100%. And that's why I really believe the ASEA does phenomenal on the capillaries that are working. And I really believe working together because we open up so many more capillaries like that left and right showed, and the ASEA will do much better. That's why we actually have clinical trials that show we increase the results of supplements by 25% because we actually get them into more cells. And also the one other thing to let everybody know, when we want to work through your doctor, you can buy it direct, but even if you do, we tell you to call your doctor and tell them you're taking this because the medications are going to go into a lot more cells. And you need to ask your doctor, what are the symptoms I need to look for to reduce the medication? Because we've had everybody reduce their medication because now it's actually getting into the body. And so we want to work through doctors, but you can introduce us to your doctor. And the one other thing, that's why it is so important to involve the practitioner. And that's whether we have oncologists, we have brain surgeons, we have orthopedic surgeons, we have every type of doctor that wants this camera and the supplement. And one other thing I'll mention is if you're in sports and you're walking, you're on capillary use. Once you start running and really exerting, you're on capillary reserve. If you don't have capillary reserve, your body is sucking for energy, doesn't have it, can't make it. And so it's very important in sports to have capillary reserve. And that's what we build up. For surgery, if somebody takes the camera and sees there's no circulation, then holds the patient off for 4 months, redoes the scan and see there's a lot of circulation, wounds heal much quicker.
Yeah, it all makes sense when you connect the dots, I call it, is understanding that. So that's what this program's about, is to cause people to ask those questions. We can only improve our health through new levels of awareness. And I encourage anybody that's out there that's concerned about their own personal health, get a hold of Les. I'll bring up that screen share here again. So how to get a hold of Les. The website again is right there. Can you see that, Les?
Yes,
And your contact information, the website to refresh themselves on that, they can reach out, whether they're looking at the supplement side as well as somebody to be interested in the device, wants to be a participant in getting this information to the marketplace. You're the person to go to here, correct?
that's correct.
All right. So there's all the information. So Les, I appreciate you so much here today. I know we had a little bit of a challenge not having the slide presentation available, but I think the website and the videos will give a clear picture of what this technology is. We need to first be able to evaluate the health of our vascular system, our capillary system, so we know how to take the appropriate protocols, supplementation necessary to bring ourselves back to a restorative state. So I appreciate you coming on here today, and I look forward to future conversations, both on this program as well as other things we talked about as well. So
You bet.
So anything in closing you'd like to share with those that are going to be watching this live or in a replay?
If you want to contact your doctor and get him on a call, we will have doctors talk to doctors. So you don't have to be the expert. You just need to introduce us.
Okay, well, thank you. So we'll be glad to help you out any way we can, Les. So with that all said, own your own health. This was established to bring in people like Les that have cutting edge technologies or different modalities or different adjunct therapies to improve your health. If you're concerned about your own health, take the time to investigate these alternatives. And like Les says, work with your medical practitioner, because it will change your interfacing with what they're prescribing and doing in their therapy. So everybody needs to be aware of what's going on to work proactively and positively for improving your health. So with that all said, we'll sign out here today.